Welcome back, everybody, to another episode of Factorio Recursion. This is episode number 32, and today, what we're going to do is we are going to upgrade our red circuit production and our blue circuit production to their final form, and we're going to find out if this whole base works. You can see a lot of ore sitting around in these chests here. That's because we're just not using as much as we're about to be. The red circuits take electronic circuits and copper. Blue circuits take 20 electronic circuits apiece. It's going to take a lot of copper and a lot of iron to make all of those. And so all the iron and all the copper sitting in these chests is going to be sucked into our factory much faster. And we'll see if the whole thing works, where the problems are. And after that, the only really big hurdle we'll have left, besides optimizing the whole thing, which might prove to be a gigantic concern, I don't know. The only thing we'll have left to do is to rebuild and recursion our power factory, our nuclear power. Right now, we are pulling like 800 megawatts, but a lot of our stuff isn't going into full effect. One thing, let's launch a rocket. We have thus far in the series launched 7. So this is going to be number 8. I'm going to put 7 more satellites in there. And then I'm going to auto-launch. And so this should fill back up. It should automatically put that in there in the cargo slot. And we should get 7,000 more. Oh, you know what? Let's watch it for a second. I'm wondering if maybe we won't use the white science up, the science back 6, the space science. We won't use that up fast enough. How fast does it empty? And then how fast is this going back? It's probably fine. In the long scheme of things, greater scheme of things, probably doesn't matter. So, what we're going to be doing, we are going to be doing red circuits and blue circuits off camera since last time. I did rehook everything up so that all this stuff was functional while I worked on other things and did a few streamlining and found some errors and that kind of thing. Mostly, for the most part, everything in here works. There was a little bit of pipe stuff I had to fix and like a belt facing the wrong way, that kind of thing. Mostly everything in here in our oil processing facility works fine, and we'll only really see if there's like real throughput issues once we get to the next step. So what we're going to be doing is rebuilding all this, the red and the green, red and blue, red circuits, blue circuits, advanced circuits, processing units, and we're going to pick all these belts up again, even though I just hooked everything back up. We are going to disconnect everything and rebuild it in a more streamlined fashion so it's prettier. So it's more streamlined. It will hopefully look a little bit nicer, be a little bit easier to see where things are going and what they're doing. We won't have so many just like random belts going all over the place. And sooner or later, we're going to be doing a slight redesign on our rocket factory. So some of these outputs might change in order as well. Let's pick up all of that. And before I forget about it, let's put down some of these chests, because I'm sure my inventory is going to fill up with all this random stuff. Let's see, the rocket fuel can stay the way it is. Green circuits, where are those going? Are those going? Okay, we're picking these up. Pick that up. Just pick up all this, and we're going to be removing this. And first thing we're going to do, before we even start on the red and the blue circuits, we're going to pick up this whole factory building. And we're going to pick up all these guys as well. And we're going to collate all these guys. In fact, just for reference, let's put this thing down. Kind of like there. For reference, we are going to collate all of these belts so that they all line up with these 8 entrances, 8 inputs. We've got all these belts of items coming in from the upper layer. And we're going to do kind of like this kind of thing with the main bus idea. But instead of going down the left side, it's going to go straight into the middle. The only difference, though, is I think what we're going to do is we're going to move the 2 outputs. So this is previously where I had the red and the blue circuits going out of this factory and up here. I'm just going to move those over because it'll make a little bit more sense. And this will be evident later once we've made the red and the blue stuff. Alright, so after updating everything, the new interdimensional main bus looks like this on this level. We now go inside to this building like this, and the red and the blues will come up like this and out. And then going inside to this building, we now have these guys getting connected together into a bundle, and then into our red and blue circuit facility. And we've got this. We've got them all along the left side. The iron is not getting used here. We just need to pass it through into the oil area. So that's going to go all the way down. Most of these green circuits, they are for the production of the processing units. The blue circuits, they take 20 electronic circuits each. So we're going to put those, the blue circuit area up at the top. But we're actually going to design the red circuit area first because blue circuits also need red circuits. But we're going to put these up here, and then the red circuit area will be down here. And we're going to do kind of your typical sandwich, your beacon sandwich. So let's go ahead and make the basic layout. We are making red circuits. We're going to have sped up beacons, and we're going to plop in some productivity modules. The red circuits take 6 seconds to craft, got a speed of 5.5, so it's taking slightly over a second, plus a 1.4 productivity bonus. Basically, the long story short is that we need 20 of these assembly machines. And just because of space, and also with the way that the amount of items we'll need on each belt, basically what that breaks down to is we're going to split it up into 2 different rows, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 10. That's not 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, and they will both be a sandwich of beacons, like so. It's delicious. It's a delicious sandwich. It's got a nice coppery taste because it's got copper cable. Okay, copy all those over, and then we'll basically do this twice. So basically the way it works out is we need about a half a belt of... let's see. Let's look at the recipe. We need half a belt of electronic circuits and half a belt of plastic bar. We did this with our old design when we were just using the red belts and we weren't beaconing things. So here's our old design for reference. It's not gonna look like this, but we're doing a similar thing where we're gonna put the plastic and the electronic circuits on one belt on one side, and then we will also need to put copper cable on the other belt. And just the way it works out, we need just over, for this whole row, we need just over 1 assembly machine of copper cable because we're getting the productivity bonus. La la. And so what I think we'll do is we'll probably just use, actually let's move him over. Copy that red leader. I think what we'll probably do is just have 2 for each row, and which means basically they're going to be filling up and the line will be backing up, and then they'll shut down. Which is, it's a little bit of a waste of power, but it's not going to be the biggest deal. And it'll just make it simpler, because otherwise we would have to, basically, we'd have like 2 making the copper wire, and then we would have to like split him, which we could do, but it's simpler this way to do it this way. Let's do it like that. So, let's see, if we've got let's just do this for notation. For me to remember, electronic circuits and plastic need to come down and be merged, and then we are going to need the copper coming in to feed the copper cable guys, and then we're going to want those on both sides of the belt, so their output, just kind of like thinking out loud here, their output needs to be, I don't know if we need, actually we probably could make do with 2? No, I think we actually do need 4 because it outputs 2 at a time. So we'll do it like that. So that will put... These guys will be on the lower side of the belt, and these 4 here will be on the upper side of the belt. And we'll have to figure out a way to do the output, and for that we're probably going to use the fast underground belts, because we've split this thing in half, and I think we're going to have just a little bit less than a full blue belt when we're done. So we can split the output into, let's see, if we do it like this. 1 fast inserter should handle the inputting of the copper cable. Like that. And then we can do the output with the fast underground belts. Like that. Because they're only making about 1 a second, each of these guys. And an underground belt can handle, or a red belt can handle 26 items per second. And we can do a normal output like that. And it wouldn't hurt just to make sure there's never any backup. There's never any reason for the machines not to output. We will halfway down the line. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's back that up. And we will output him to the other side of the belt. So we're going to move this guy over. Like that. And... boom. It's almost like I've done this before and I know exactly how the layout's going to work. Huh. Strange. Yeah. Then we also need outputs for these guys. So it needs to be moved over. It's almost like I've done this before, but I slightly forget the layout. It's almost like that. No, it needs to be going over one more so we can fit one more. There we go. Like that. Okay, so this way we've got 5 of these guys outputting to the far side of this belt. This one, this one, this one, this one, and this one. Then it's going to go underneath here and side merge onto the lower side of the belt. And the second set of 5 will do that. Then we'll merge them together, and that will be our red circuit area. Kablam! All right, there is the blueprint, more or less. It's got a little bit of stuff left to figure out, but it's basically going to look like that. And we've got a couple little things to figure out, reconfigure. We need to bring the plastic in to make the red circuits, of course, and that's coming in from this area. And in fact, let's go ahead and add some underground belt skis, just to make it a little bit cleaner. And we'll just do it like that, I guess. We might, eventually I might make it so it's centered and like get rid of that belt or whatever. But one thing we will need to do is we'll need to bring down the iron. That belt's going the wrong way. And whatever, I'll convert it to undergrounds later and we'll make it look pretty. Let's just make sure everything is flowing properly. And then we can make it look a little bit nicer. The plastic is now going up through here. I need to balance it on the other side just because. And then the iron is now coming down through this guy. I think we need to move this tank over one to make room for a splitter. Let's see, what am I looking for? I want a pipe. There we go. So we're just going to move that over like that. And that thing is the bulk transferred thing, so I can walk past it. Okay, so yeah, we want that guy to be there. And instead of the iron coming in from that side, it's going to be creating our sulfuric acid, and all the leftover will head out of here and over to our rocket area. Let's see, so that's going to be this one, I think. I believe so. Let's see, let's just make sure before we move forward. That's the 4th one down from the top. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. Okay, good. So that's going to move out of here and then off towards, these guys are not going to be here. These are just for reference while we're making our new stuff. But that's going to move over towards the rocket area in the next layer. Let's get rid of some of this crap. And these do need to balance these. I guess I could balance them inside of this. Yeah, it doesn't matter. We can delay the balance since we want them underground here. And they are going to be coming up like this. Like that. The iron is going down like this. In fact, let's do it like this, since the iron is in the way. Okay, pick up these belts. Good. Okay, so that's all going to be like that. We need to try to think about how the blue circuits are going to work. Let's see, what am I looking for? I want an assembly machine. Could have just clicked Q on this guy down here. And we're going to sandwich it in the beacons like basically everything else. And give you the right thing. And we'll put some speed modules. Why? Oh, because I'm hitting shift, not control. I don't know. Maybe my brain stopped working there a little bit. So these guys take 10 seconds. And we've got the same speed up speed of 5.5. We need, how many of these? We need a little bit over 12. So we're just going to make 13. Like so. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 10, 11, 12, 13. Okay, how much room is that taking up? Since this is the last thing in this building besides the main bus routing, we've got some extra space. We can just pull these guys like way off here. I might make it more compact later, but for now, let's just do it like that. So sulfuric acid's going to be up there. And we'll use underground pipes to take it to the source. And then, let's see what else we need. We need output, and we also need a lot of input. So I think we'll try to take care of the green circuits down here. And we need almost all of this, a little bit over 3 full belts to handle all of these guys. So what we're probably going to do is we're going to reconfigure this from being the main bus on the left. And we're going to merge everything. And probably have something like one belt come in like this and handle a few. And then another belt maybe will come in something like, can I reach all the way through? I can. Like that, and handle another several. And then we'll have one on this side handle like that many. And then we'll have a belt coming in somewhere around here. And handle the next set so that we have 4 belts doing that. And then with whatever's left over, we will have a... that going down and out. Okay, so here is our mostly finished layout. I've got to just update a few things. I've got a 4-to-4 balancer here for our green circuits because we're splitting off a belt. Made a little thing to split off one of the belts. That's going to go over here with the green circuits for the reds, and the leftover will be passed through. Whoa, where are those going? Yeah, we do need, oh, they're gonna go out this way. Okay, so they can just go out this way. All right, I had to pause the video to do a little bit more thinking and figuring out. We've got a little bit of a main bus here on the left-hand side, but some of these belts are going down and some are going up. The plastic is going up, the iron and the copper and the green circuit's going down, and I had to figure out exactly how much, or just, you know, kind of like reconfirm my earlier findings. How many green circuits do we actually need to pass through to the rocket area? And it turns out not many. We only need like 600 or 700 green circuits total over 8 minutes, and that's really not much. We're not using a full half of a belt for either of these strips for the green circuits, so we will have enough. This is actually okay. It's gonna work. I can't really believe that's the case. I know we are missing stuff, but maybe it was over in the science area we're missing stuff. Okay, so this is what's happening. Green circuits coming down, splitting, going on to half of this belt, feeding these guys. And then going down here, and we are splitting them off, and they are being passed through here, like that, and they're going to end up over here. And how I route that exactly, I'm not sure yet. Doesn't matter right this second. Then the plastic is doing this. So we need almost a full belt of plastic and almost a full belt of green circuits to power this red circuit area. And the only thing they're missing now is the copper. Let's just make sure everything is lined up properly before we move on. That part seems fine. And then we've got one belt of the plastic is basically just passing straight through to head over. This is one of the more complicated things, is because every time we change a layer in this factory building, like where it is kind of shifts. So right now it is here, and I had to figure out kind of how that lined up. So let's use underground belts, and this one should be done. Let's confirm that it's going into the proper place in the next factory over. Okay, that's probably fine. Okay, so there, let's turn off that and that for the time being. So that's going in here. We're going to be reconfiguring this one a little bit anyway, so I might shift which of these spaces they're going in. Okay, but that looks fine. That's going good. Okay, let's head back over, turn off those arrows. And then let's just do one at a time and to make sure everything's working right. Okay, here's the copper cable. We need a little bit less than a full belt of this too. But this is the last space it is needed in, so we can just let it dead end into these guys. Look at the copper cable going. So these guys should start flowing. Very good. Once it sort of catches up, we'll have to see if... yeah, okay. I did not increase the power limits here. There we're going. There we go. Okay, lovely. What else hasn't been hooked up? Oh, we need... You know what we need for this? Sulfuric acid. Okay, we need to bring the sulfuric acid in, and it looks like just the way that things worked out. Okay, thank you, autosave. Nice to see you. Long time no see. Does that fit? I guess we'll have to do an extra one. Just the way that these pipes ended up. Let's bring in you right here. That is the third from the top, which is this one. And let's see, we've got this guy's right here. He's also heading out to the right here. So we can create a little junction here, maybe like that. And I guess I didn't hook that one back up since we deleted everything. All right. Then we just need to run this down and decide if it's... It does need to go off to the left because we need sulfuric acid off in the... I think it is in this one, actually. So we can hook this back up. All right, I think we are done for the day. Everything is getting made, and I think everything is getting distributed to the different areas, and making sure that there's no, like, bottlenecks in our throughput. That'll be something we'll have to work on in the future. We have to establish a whole bunch of mining outposts, that kind of thing. But now everything is getting made at the full throughput as far as I've calculated it, I think. Probably with some minor errors here and there. We're making, like, something like 9.3... blue circuits, or ideally we're making 9 point something blue circuits a second, which is half, less than half of a red belt. Red belts do 26 items a second. Blue belts do 40 items a second, but I'm merging them onto both sides of the belt, just because having half of the belt kind of looks a little bit weird. Everything has like gone out one side and back out the other. I think everything is producing. Let's just go do like a spot check to make sure that like all of our rocket stuff is getting produced, even if it's not optimal. Looks like it. Our control units are popping out of there. And looks like we were... Yeah, all of this had run dry because we had cut it off. So now it's backing back up. That's nice. And let's take a look at the science. What's happening or not happening with the science? Okay, one of these belts is empty. So something is missing, probably not getting passed through the way it's supposed to. Sulfuric acid is full. Which of these is not getting made? We got red and green. The yellow. Okay, what's yellow? We're not getting either blue circuits, which are coming in, or we're missing batteries or speed modules or copper cable. Let's see. Copper is here. Sulfuric gas is here. What else are we missing? We are missing something. And it is not getting made. It's kind of hard to see, but it looks like all these belts are full. Sulfuric acid seems to be full. Why are you not making? Let's go individually one by one. So we got no yellow being crafted because you're missing what? Processing units. Okay, but you should have them. Where are they coming in? It's been a while since I made it, so I kind of forget how the layout works. Processing units are coming in on one of these belts. So this is red. Which is... Oh! I think... Okay, I know what happened. This is supposed to be blue, not red, and I swapped them. This is supposed to be red, not blue. I swapped the outputs. Aha. Okay, thank goodness. I was a little bit concerned that everything had just stopped dead. Okay, let's back up a little bit. So this needs to be... Yeah, I put them in order next to the green circuits. So this is supposed to be red, and this is supposed to be blue. So let's run back up here. Thank goodness. It's a simple problem. Aha. Okay, so we need to swap-a-roo these guys. So I guess we will do something like this, and then I'll just run up to the beginning of it and eat up all of the ones that are incorrect. There we go. Okay, so that should fix our issues. I've got a whole bunch of random crap on me. I did try to streamline a lot of these connections, and I've probably still have a little bit of work to do, but at least it's fairly straightforward. We've got the reds and the blues going 3 different places. They're going out the right, out the left, and out the top. So there's only so much streamlining you can do, I guess, with this kind of idea. Okay. So back into here. We need, let's start here. Okay, there's the right one. And the blues are going into multiple areas. So I'm going to have to go clean up this one as well. But I guess we will go, let's see, let's go all the way to the end. That is eating up those reds, and we'll just sit here until the blues start showing up. There they go. And when the reds stop increasing in number in my inventory and the blues start, red still increasing. And now only blues, okay? So there is the blue switched over. This blue here needs to be only reds. And then this one will be back in operation. We'll see our worker robot speed 8 kick back into gear. Okay. There we go. There we go. A few more. Okay, now that's straightened out. Good. And then in this one, the blue line, I guess, is the red line going into here? Or there is the blue line. Blue line is not. So only red circuits. Right? I'm trying to trace all of this craziness. This is the really crazy design. Let's just start here. So this snakes through there. You can kind of see how wacko schmacko this layout is. Red circuits over there. I'll just do this much. And then we'll just follow it on through once it's caught up. Okay, there we go. And then these go all the way over here. Oh, yeah, to electronic circuits. Or to the furnaces. Okay, I think we straightened it out. So, in the future, we will be doing some optimizations. We still have to redesign our power plants, and we have to add more mining, and we also have to... There's a number of small things we have to do, and then we also need to do like some cosmetic stuff. We still have work to do, but we should start to see a lot more rockets shot now. A lot of the... for a lot of that video, or this video that I've been recording... The rocket hasn't been doing anything because research has been stopped because I cut off all the connections. And now they should be getting into place, and I'll put these back on a belt or back into... Put them back somewhere. All right, lovely. And these aren't wrong, are they? I think these ones are right because we checked. Yeah, okay, this one is fine. Needs to be a little bit redesigned, but it's fine. Everything should be... Yeah, this bar is now increasing... Once again. So, anyway, that's going to do it for this episode. Hope you enjoyed it. We'll see you next time on Factorio Recursion.